We got some decent snow here in Portland, Dana.
Yes, it was mainly in areas of southern Maine. We had this larger system that was passing mostly to our south, keyword there being mostly. We did have a heavier band of snow, though, that set up earlier today over areas of southern Maine, which is why some of our snowfall totals were a little bit higher than I think we were expecting. But here's a look at some of those throughout the state. Mainly areas of southern coastal Maine saw snow today. A couple of spots got over 3 inches, including Buxton and Cumberland, almost 3 inches in Falmouth, 2.5 in Gorham, and just over 2 in both Hollis and Old Orchard Beach. Right now, these are the only official snow totals that I have in from the National Weather Service. So if you have a snow total where you are, please send those in. I would love to update this snow totals for the 11th. So right now, we don't really have that much snow left. There's going to be a couple of flurries down in far southern Maine, but this system is going to continue to push farther offshore, and it's going to allow in a lot of Arctic air, which means it's also going to start getting windy. Wind gusts during the day tomorrow, upwards of 30, even 40 miles per hour at times, which means it feels like even colder. In fact, our wind chill temperatures during the day tomorrow are going to be in the single digits for much of the day, even below 0 at the very beginning of the day and probably overnight too. So it's going to be just another bitterly cold day as more Arctic air is able to make its way into the state. So overnight tonight, those overnight low temps will be getting pretty cold, dropping down into the teens and the single digits. Again, tomorrow is going to be just a very bitter, frigid, cold day. We will have a good bit of sunshine throughout the afternoon, though. And then a little bit of an increase in cloud cover overnight, but then we end up with a partly cloudy day on Tuesday that will be a little less windy, a touch warmer, and still a decent amount of sunshine for much of the day. So the first half of the week is quiet, but then we have a bit of a change as we get into the second half of the week. And one of those changes is our temperature trend is actually going to be increasing. So by the middle of the week, temperatures will return to average for this time of year and even above average for Thursday and Friday. We could hit the 40s on Wednesday, and most of us will hit the 40s on Thursday and Friday, the first time in the entire month of December thus far. But it comes with a caveat, and that caveat is rain. We have a strong front that will be moving through, coming in very late Thursday night and throughout the day on Friday. If you were watching yesterday, we talked a little bit about some model disagreement, but the GFS has caved as I expected it would, and we are going to be looking at a mostly rain system because our temperatures are simply going to be too high. So we're going to be pulling in a lot of southerly air too, which means it also looks like it's going to be quite windy. So heavy rain and a lot of wind during the day on Friday, something we'll keep an eye on because of those windstorms we've had in the past. It is a pretty fast moving system though. By the afternoon on Friday, we may see some back end snow showers, but this entire system will depart as we get to the overnight hours on Friday and then quiet and cold again for the weekend. So I said we're going to keep an eye on some of those wind gusts coming out of the south on Friday. Could be upwards of 40 to 45 miles per hour. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get into the beginning of next week. Marine forecast sees 2 to 5 feet. That gale warning goes into effect in about half an hour because of those gusty winds. So during the day tomorrow, we will have some sunshine, but it will be windy and cold. And then on Tuesday, it'll be a bit less windy, partly sunny skies. And then Christian, I know you're not necessarily excited for a warm up as an avid skier. Areas of the mountains obviously will be colder than areas closer to the coast. But then we have some rain on the way, which will likely wash away a lot of the snow.
Yes. Well, thank you, Dana. And Monday's going to be will be a day to bundle up.
Agreed.